Demo microphone.
Janne mic.
Dota 2, the International 2019 Playoffs Day 2 has finally been going on for a while, and I'm so tired that the planet that I'm mentally present at has not even been found yet, but still we're sitting here.
Yes, and well, as people can see, I had a makeover, and
You look beautiful.
Thank you, but unfortunately, I was so unlucky. I lost the predictions. Clearly, no skill on your part, but you know it happens. So here I am with my wig.
Okay, let's get excited now. Today has been unbelievably beautiful, amazing, and fantastic at the same time. We started today with OG versus newbie, and the drafts looked funny.
They were very special, but they sure got us some great games. So I don't know what to say. OG is one of a kind, but it works. So what can you say? They at this point they should be the favorites to win.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly,
for sure. And just like to show the ridiculousness and the beauty of it, here's the first clip. Just see it for yourself and enjoy.
I hear the roar is finally out, but for what a fail. Nothing is really going here. And Thompson, he's the man that's going into the fountain once again. Bathe in the glory of the radiant. Thompson, he just does not give a crap. Anna will give all the life. This is just fountain bombing. Gee, you got it. This is soul breaking. GG. Okay. Message has been sent. You weren't home, but we smacked through the door and delivered it anyway. What is that?
Thompson fountain diving.
it's a pretty funny situation overall. The IO core, the bristleback, those together with the item choices, they were unkillable. There was nothing to be done about it. Like honestly, the game didn't even start that well. But when they got their items, they got the timing, holy crap. That was actually amazing. I have never seen a draft like that. And, well, honestly, I just hope we see it again. Because I want to see if somebody can actually challenge the draft they had.
True. And so they go on and win game 1 with Bristleback and IO fountain diving at 20-minute mark. Yeah. And because the shenanigans never ends when it's OG, you know, it's meme Dota. You know, there was a picture in Reddit when they're preparing for a game, they're not drafting, they're customizing their chat wheels.
Yes, it was a pretty funny picture because I think there was actually 4 screens that were, you know, in the chat wheel configuration.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even know what to say. But game 2 also offered some pretty fun stuff. So
yeah, and again, game 2, like when you looked at the draft, you think that okay, maybe OG won't take this one, and then we get to something like this clip and, you know, just see for yourself again.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually, for what just happened.
Thompson jumps down, around, looking for snaking. Trying to put that echo save to work, but Pitcher blocks him in, but a 3-man stun into the Wukong and the RB! Everything together! Layer it like a cake! OG, they would love to get CC and C2, but he will spirit away.
Thompson Monkey King, signature hero, Seb Magnus. Mm-hmm. Just beautiful.
It's interesting too because Monkey King wasn't even picked for like the first half of the tournament. I think it was like undrafted completely. Then there was a few in the end, and now they come out, play a game like this, and there's just nothing to say anymore. It's unbelievable, and I think we'll see some fun stuff in the future too.
For sure. So with that said, OG has secured a top 6 finish. Newbie is out in the lower bracket. Well, not out, but down in the lower bracket. Moving on to the second series of the day, which was Team Secret versus Evil Geniuses. What do you think?
Look, it was an amazing game beforehand. On paper, it's just an amazing game, and it turned out to be as well. I think the first game was kind of one-sided. It wasn't really secret, as I'm used to seeing them. The draft didn't seem, from my point of view, very good. But man, in the second game, we got a treat.
Yeah, and it got to the point when it looked like it's over.
Oh, definitely.
And
many times over, I would say.
Yeah. And 58 minutes, and we experience this.
So just the double pop, just has to ensure he gets it.
And Crit being the one to open up. RTZ gonna get stunned. Nietzsche throws out of the chronosphere, but S4 there with the Ravage to show this one back around. They have the chronosphere for TNA. And the second refresher. Is it gonna be enough though? S4, he's in trouble. He's all alone trying to run away. And is he gonna be able to escape with the BKB wearing off? The answer is looking like maybe, possibly. The corner's stolen from Crit to turn it back around. And now the jump forward, they want to take down Crit, able to save his offlaner at the last second.
That cost his buyback, but of course well worth it with S4 not having one.
What a fashion to start a comeback.
Yes, and seeing that from my boy Zai, everybody knows I like Zai. If you follow on Twitter, I'm pretty sure you know. But the man has been famous for his black holes. He hasn't played it for a long time, as I can remember, but I might be wrong. But anyway, this moment was absolutely amazing. They had such a combo potential in the team, but for a long time, it looked like they won't get it off.
Yeah.
And then, boom.
And because the good stuff doesn't end here, they ended the game 2 with this.
Especially when S4 blinks into a creep wave.
Jump forward, finds 2. That's a good 2 to get, but the Aeon Disc already propped. Crit living through this one, trying to find the follow-up. It's going to be there. They take that one. They are going to possibly... No, they can't get Sumail. He's walking away. They find the finish. The black hole dropped down onto Arteezy. It's not enough. They're trying to run away. Is it going to be enough to break, to catch the control? He time walks out of there, but now the... Team Secret, goddamn, you're beautiful. And Sai left over forward. He made it happen for him. No buyback. That's it. Dear Lord, that was beautiful.
So the ultimate wombo combo. You have Earthshaker, you have the Black Hole from the Enigma, you have the Cataclysm. Everybody has buybacks, refreshers, and it's just like...
It was just everything. It was such a beautiful moment. And moving on from that game, though, they could not close it out, which makes me a little bit sad because, as I said, Zai's my boy. And in the third game, they had a lead that was... It looked over. They were up, I think, 15k at one point.
And then...
Yeah, but obviously we have to just, EG played very, very well. And I think RTC, especially on Phantom Assassin, it was a treat. Yeah. Like, he played out of his mind. And I think, if anything, this might be the year. Everybody knows RTC and TI has not been,
a success story.
It hasn't, but... Yeah. I really hope they at least go far. I personally don't think they will go the whole way, but I honestly just hope that they produce this type of Dota in the future as well.
Okay, moving on with that said, clock is rolling, games are being played at the moment. What we're going to see tomorrow afternoon as the last series is what we've all been waiting for. I'm getting shivers. You can't see it because I'm wearing a hoodie because I'm so cold.
How epic was it last year?
Oh,
when we had...
The handshake?
We're obviously talking about OGEG. It doesn't get any better. Everybody knows the story. Everybody has hopefully watched the documentary that just came out. Absolute madness. And getting a rematch, them two, in the playoffs, it doesn't get any better.
No, it doesn't.
I just hope we are awake tomorrow because it's quite a late game. So.
I agree.
But no, there's no problem. If I have to, I'll chug 10 Red Bulls before because you don't miss that game.
That was not a paid advert. Okay, third series of the day. That was RNG versus VP. And to put it in a sentence, RNG decimated CIS Dota from the...
Planet of the Earth.
Planet of the Earth.
I would put it like, yeah.
I mean, VP, again, fantastic DPC season, and then we get to TI and they are nothing.
It's getting quite ridiculous almost. There's nothing to say. I mean, they are it's one of the best teams in the world. But every time we get to this stage, it all crumbles.
Well.
And now it's even worse. Yeah. They ended 5th, 6th place 3 years in a row. That is not good enough for VP. Not even close. And now we have this. There's nothing to say. It's super disappointing. Obviously, the players themselves, they can't be happy about this. And, you know, I don't know. RNG played well, though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
definitely
nothing away.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from them.
No,
They
no.
played well, and they showed, you know, the home crowd that they are a legit team.
And they belong there.
yeah, definitely.
And as we speak, All We Need Is Miracle is now playing against TNC Predator. The game 1 just started.
Yes.
What do you expect from that series?
If I had to predict the game, I would definitely have TNC as my favorites. I don't see Liquid as the team they are supposed to be,
Yeah.
but I still want to add that there is something there. They did show up in the major last time. Then again, some teams might have taken the major a little bit lightly, honestly. And I think that might be showing here, because I don't think Liquid has been up to par. So TNC are my favorite in that series. We'll go watch it after this, obviously. And if anything, and I say that as a Liquid fan, I really want them to succeed, but it doesn't look good.
To add, tomorrow there is another massive game between VG Gaming and PSG LGD, which is probably going to be the biggest series for the Chinese home crowd.
That's going to be massive.
Yeah, but the clock is ticking, so we're going to do the usuals. Tell those people behind that thing over there to subscribe, like the video, write only positive comments, and share it for, you know, why not?
Also, as usual, Twitter. We do a lot of stuff on Twitter, so please go there. You can read our predictions, our analysis of games, our thoughts. We sometimes even crush some teams when their dreams are already crushed, but we are honest. We give our real opinion, and you should follow us there as well.
So we're going to go watch the final series upstairs, and then we're going to go to sleep, and we will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Teemu and Janne from the Dark Studio in Level 5.
See you tomorrow.
Ciao!